Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here with Jeff Grant, SBR contributor. Today we're looking at college basketball. The game we're covering here, Iowa State Cyclones going up against the Baylor Bears. What's going on, Jeff? How you doing, man?
Lots going on in this college basketball, Dax, as we talked before shooting the videos today. Not finding a lot of consistent teams and how they perform. A lot of teams are kind of bouncing back and forth between top performances and then lackluster performances. One team that I'll mention, the Duke Blue Devils, have lost back-to-back games by double-digit margins for the first time in a couple of decades. So definitely be careful right now in college basketball as these teams really kind of iron out these rotations. We have a good one here, though, with Iowa State traveling to take on Baylor.
All right, man, how about Iowa State's offense? I mean, they're leading the Big 12 Conference in scoring so far. But in your opinion, Jeff, I mean, what makes the Cyclones so good on that end of the floor under head coach Fred Hoiberg, man?
There's so much to like that we're just going to go in bullet point form, Dax, because I really like Fred Hoiberg as a coach. Of course, he made his name as a player at Iowa State, went on to a very good NBA career as a role player. He's known as the mayor in the town of Ames, and he's really got this program on the cusp of becoming one of the top 10 programs in the country. You mentioned 80.4 points per game, leading the top offense in the Big 12, and a lot of that's due to the fact that it leads the assist to turnover ratio, a very important statistical category in trying to be an efficient offense, and it's had 8 different leading scorers so far this season. A lot of bullets for this offense. Now it's just putting it all together.
All right, man, now let's take a look at the Bears. All 5 of Baylor's starters are averaging between 8 and 10 miserable points per game, man. I mean, so wouldn't you agree that the Bears need a little bit more offensive production from these guys, maybe to remain a little bit more competitive in conference play?
I think it's going to be a problem on the road, which has already kind of shown up. They've already lost games. He lost the game against Oklahoma, a team that has firepower, barely got by an offensively challenged TCU team in an overtime win, that game in Fort Worth. Now they travel back to Waco, and when you're a defensive team, you cannot be as good offensively and still win games in conference play, and that's what they're going to try to do here because their bench has accounted for just a single point in the last 3 games, and I mentioned the fact that they'll lean heavily on that defense. That's very important because the home team in this series, Dax, has proven victorious in 21 of the last 23 meetings.
All right, man, but do you think the team can actually turn things around immediately like what they need to do right now to make sure that they beat the Cyclones, or should we just stick with the Cyclones in this case?
You know what, I'm going to go with Baylor here because Iowa State's Fred Hoiberg basically mentioned that Baylor is a difficult matchup for them from an offense versus defense standpoint because what Baylor makes you do offensively. Yes, Hoiberg has won 6 of 8 meetings since becoming the head coach, but Iowa State is 0-3 straight up and against the spread as road underdogs of 3 or fewer points. While you look on the other end, the effort level isn't the problem for Baylor because there's one statistic in basketball that really measures effort level, and that's second chance points. And a very interesting statistic, Dax, is the fact that Baylor has posted equal or more second chance points in every game in 2014-15. My handicapper number was Baylor -3. We're only laying a 1.5 points here, 1.5 point advantage. I'm going to go with Baylor over Iowa State.
All right, good stuff, Jeff. Thanks a lot, man, and we'll talk some more college hoops again tomorrow.
Thank you.
No problem. And for SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.